Good Thursday morning. This is the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing. Taking a look at our impact map, no significant impact to speak of. There'll still be some isolated lightning over southeastern parts of Idaho and Wyoming. A lot of that will be trending towards wetter rain and also some wet thunderstorms possible Friday across Utah and the Arizona Strip. Other than that, weather should be calming down a little bit. Looking at precipitation over the past 24 hours, this is a new precipitation map. First gray shade that you see indicates wetting rains or non-wetting rains, and then anything that's in the blue or green indicates significantly heavier precipitation is given by their color code on the left hand, on the bottom side of the screen. And on the right-hand side, lightning over the past 24 hours, just a few strikes up in parts of eastern Idaho and quite a bit with rain across parts of southern Utah down into the Arizona Strip. New fire activity, not too many new starts to speak of. In the red circles, existing fires. In the yellow, large fires in the open rings that you see through there, and an increase in activity across Idaho for sure the last couple of days. Over the last 7 days, still dry across most of Idaho, the northern two-thirds of Nevada, the northern half of Utah. However, as you head further down south into southern Utah, the Arizona Strip, the greens indicate over a ½ inch of rainfall. And into Wyoming, western Wyoming, the second shade of blue, about a 1/10 to a 1/4 inch, so a low-end wetting rain. And over the past 30 days, you can see where we've had significant precipitation in our southern areas, but have remained dry in much of the north. And that's reflected in our ERC conditions. The purple shades indicate near record level or beyond 97th percentile ERC. You can see quite a bit of that, especially across parts of Idaho and into northern Nevada. And even the first two shades of red indicate ERCs anywhere from the 80th to the 96th percentile. So in all those areas, fuels are quite critical. And fuels are starting to take a nosedive across our southern areas given by the yellows and the greens. Taking a look at our satellite imagery and upper level maps, we see a trough of low pressure starting to dig down, bringing some dry air out of the northwest. Still some residual moisture left over parts of Utah and eastern Nevada, so we could see some isolated showers and thunderstorms as this activity flares out of the region. So looking at today, weather map on the left, we have a kind of a trough of low pressure pushing into the northern Rockies. Most of the moisture is to the north. Drier air starting to push into our western areas. On the right-hand side, you see our significant fire potential, no high risk in effect. And again, our most critically dry areas are those in the north. Weather conditions for today. You see winds coming out of the north for the most part across much of the region. Strongest winds in the south where our fuels are the most moist. On the right-hand side, you can see we're expecting isolated showers and thunderstorms across the region. Now on Friday, you can see drier air continues to push in. We're kind of in between low pressure to our north and high pressure to our south, so near seasonable conditions overall. And weather conditions, winds quite light in our northern areas where we have our driest fuels. The gustier southwest winds you see here in the darker green shades of 15 to 25 miles per hour, for the most part in areas that have had significant moisture. You can see on the right hand side where we could still see some isolated showers or thunderstorms. Now looking down the road for Saturday, you see that again, we're in between both high and low pressure, not much change in either scenario. And weather conditions on Saturday, winds are starting to pick up here in our northern areas from the west-southwest in that dark green shade. We could see gusts near 25 miles per hour. Some of these gusts you see through here are actually with a frontal boundary that could produce some showers or thunderstorms, mostly on the wet side. We'll continue to monitor that. And looking at precipitation over the next 3 days, we see that overall the wettest will be across the south. Going further down the road towards Sunday, we're in the broad area of high pressure, so we should be warming up and drying out across most areas on Sunday. That trend continues on Monday, although we'll be watching a trough of low pressure dropping down from the north. And then heading into Tuesday, that trough of low pressure deepens along the Pacific Northwest coast, increasing the south winds across the area. And by Wednesday, we'll have to watch with a front developing through here. It could be a band of showers or thunderstorms starting to approach northwestern portions of our area up into the mountains of Idaho, but still quite a ways away. And precipitation during the entire 7-day period, most of what we see through here will be in the next 3 days. Otherwise, we should be drying out and warming up. However, on the 8 to 14-day outlook, which takes us into the first week of September, we should be cooling down significantly across much of the area, and also some moisture working into much of Idaho and into northern Nevada. We'll have to see how this plays out. This concludes our briefing. Have a great day.